We go on to the last question. What key considerations are necessary for appropriately identifying, training, and managing human resources? Very quickly, what are the considerations for identifying, training, managing human resources here? We start from Olga. Very quickly, 1 minute each.
1 minute. Know what you need and know who you have, the capabilities of who you have, and what they can do, a heart for what you want them to do.
Yeah, I think it's important to clarify the need, to be very clear about what your ministry wants to achieve, and then working back from that. I think sometimes we go into ministries and we're a little bit all over the ship, and so the ship is directionless. I've seen this particularly with mentoring, which is a critical issue for all of us. We need these volunteer mentors. They're critical to our success. But I think too often we look to find the mentors and we haven't strategized about what the mentors are going to do and how they're going to do it well. We need to become more professional in our endeavours. And professionalism means a lot of things. It means having access to the latest literature and research about what works and what doesn't work. It means liaising with other organisations, not only Christian organisations, but any organisations or individuals or people with professional or other skills, accessing information from them, learning from them, being in collaboration with them, doing things together with them. I think all of those things are important. And once we have those systems in place, then we can bring in the mentors or whatever the process is and do it more effectively.
Quickly, 1 minute.
Identificar sería continuar.
To identify would be to continue with our sensitivity plan in our church with the meetings with the priest in order to train the training of volunteers, workshops, retreats, courses, and meetings, and in order to manage to do a follow-up, to do permanent contact, to organize them in teams, to assign, distribute responsibility, constant meetings, and content stimuli.
Thank you.
Well, again, I think you have to have a vision and you have to pass on that vision. And if it becomes a vision of staff and volunteers, then you have won them for good.
Okay. Stephen?
There are two types of human resources. The number one is the staff. Apart from we need to buy in the vision, I think more important, we need to provide them the freedom to think and to change. I believe the world is changing so fast. Our ministry also needs to adapt the changes. That's why we need to be innovative. The second thing is the board. We need to have a board can take over some part of the ambassador and the sponsorship role. I mean, outward networking should be part of the role for the board. That's why we need to have a very committed unity board to share the vision.
Okay. Toussaint?
Yes. So I don't want to repeat what my colleagues said, but I would like to speak about the needs that we have, and we identify them. We talk to the churches, and then we define what we need. And when we receive the files, for example, of those of workers whom we wish to help, we have a selection process, and then we try to see how we can help them and what they might need. And therefore, there is an observation period of 3 months, and then there is a trial period, in total 6 months. And therefore, if the person after 6 months replies to our criteria, we recruit this person to be able to help us. This period of 6 months is a period of a training period to be able for the person to know our vision, our strategy. And therefore, if we see that there are good reactions from these persons, then we are able to work with these people.
So I think when it comes to human resources in terms of staff and volunteers, we need to have a comprehensive and integrated management plan, as well as a strategy that is well articulated among the people, they understand what we want, and then comes to the implementation of our programs. Right? Thank you all.